everyone, and welcome to my most recent Q&A vlog. It feels like it's been quite a while since I've done a Q&A vlog actually. We're going to have huge issues with the lighting in this vlog because the sun is like going behind a cloud and then it's coming out of the cloud and then it's going behind the cloud, and my camera is doing all sorts of funny business with the lighting, so I've actually put it on your manual and just like done this lighting, so who knows, it might go super glary and super dark, so I'll do my best. Okay, so let's get right into this. I've got comments all over the place and I didn't think to just write them all down on one bit of paper, so never mind. Alright, so the comment I get every single day without fail, even multiple times a day, is, are you trying to conceive baby number 3? And that was quite a common question I got when I asked for questions for this vlog too. Sorry to disappoint you, but I will not be answering that question in this vlog. It's not that I want to keep the anticipation going or anything like that. It's just that the question of are we trying to conceive baby number 3 is such a like a hard question right now. It's got lots of details and lots of information, and that will take up this whole vlog. So I will be doing a separate vlog on baby number 3. Is there going to be a baby number 3? What are we going to do to get baby number 3 if we're wanting to have baby number 3? There's a lot. It's like information overload, so that will be in a separate vlog and that will be coming up very soon, I promise. Alright, so my second most frequently asked question believe it or not, is how did you get the scar above your eye? So this eyebrow here, I don't know if you can see. Can you see? There is a, don't mind my like unplucked eyebrows, but there is a scar and it goes like right down into my eyebrow, which makes shaping my eyebrows incredibly difficult. This one, like this eyebrow, just I don't know, I go to salons and stuff and they just can't fix it, they just can't get it right. So my eyebrows are always going to be different shapes and it sucks because I have another scar going in here. So I've got 2 scars that go in, that indent into my eyebrow, and sometimes I do a bit of shading on there to try and cover it up, but you know, it is what it is. So how I got that was, I was 3 years old, I was at my nana and granddad's house. There was a party going on and one of their dogs got frightened. I was the closest thing around and it just went for me. Pretty much. So that's why there's 2 scars, because top jaw there, bottom jaw there, and it just went like that. Left a tooth in this one. I went to the hospital. They thought they might need to do surgery on me and all the stuff, but I don't have many memories. I have a memory of sitting down, seeing the dog, and then I don't remember anything. I remember perhaps being carried to the car, and then I have got vague memories of being in the hospital. See what I mean about the lighting? Vague memories of being in and out of the hospital. Yeah, so got all stitched up and stuff, and then 3 days later I fell down a flight of stairs and broke all my stitches. Yay! Poor mum. Question is, who lives with you? Okay, so Stacey and Brendan live with me and they are my friends. So Stacey and I have been friends since the start of high school. We've known each other about 11 or 12 years now or something like that. And Brendan came on the scene 10 years ago, I think. Yeah, sorry if that's wrong, Stace. But anyway, so Stacey's my BFF. So they're living with us while they are currently going to be building their own house. Question, what did you do for work before having babies, and what do you want to do for work when the kids are older? So before having babies, my first job was working in a cafe. I really liked that job actually. So I worked in a cafe, and then after that I worked in a rest home. That was a really awful job, like shoveling food in people's mouths who are like dying and aren't all there is just like really awful. Like it's just not very nice, and it was just like, for me it was like, holy crap, I'm gonna end up in here. Am I gonna end up like these people, like not knowing who anyone is or what's going on? It was just, it was horrible. So that was my first kind of 2 jobs when I was really young. The job I did for after I left high school was I worked in childcare, so like after school programs, school holiday programs and things like that. So I did that for 4 years until I got married and then got pregnant. what I want to do for work when the kids get older, I don't know. I don't know what I want to be yet. I really don't. So I can't even answer that question. But I am a stay-at-home working mum as well. I do wedding videography a little on the side. How many IVF treatments did you have until you fell pregnant with your first and second child? I did 1 IVF cycle and then I got pregnant with Roman, and for Mila Rose did 1.5 IVF cycles. 1 cycle was abandoned right before egg collection. Ah! Was there anything you did or tried to help you conceive and help with implantation apart from palm juice, pineapple and coconut? No, like I kind of did my research and like the palm juice and all that. I did do acupuncture with Roman. To be honest, live a healthy lifestyle, eat well, keep hydrated, get a good amount of sleep. It's the basics. It's the basics of life, even if you're not trying to conceive. And to be honest, some people do absolutely nothing to help their cycles and they conceive, and some people do everything to help their cycles and they don't conceive. I think it really is fate, luck of the draw, call it what you will, but to be honest, just lead a healthy lifestyle and just do what you think you need to do to stop you from blaming yourself if it doesn't work, pretty much. Decided on Mila Rose's middle name yet? No, I haven't, because I just haven't found the perfect one, and I don't want to just go with Jordan if it's just gonna be there to fill a void, you know. So I'm still looking. I do like Jordan and it's got special meaning, so that could still be her middle name, but people are still throwing some ideas at me on the vlog, so I'm kind of waiting for the perfect one to turn up. Does Muddy sell the cool pellets? He does. Yes, he does. And he hasn't actually made a few more in a while because we've been so busy, but yes, he does sell them. What age did you find out about your infertility? I stopped having periods at about the age of 13. At 16 I went to the doctor and he said I had PCOS, but wanted it confirmed by ultrasound. It was officially confirmed by ultrasound when I was 18. I was put on the pill and then metformin. But metformin doesn't agree with me too well, so I can't take it like in big doses. Baby number 3, what's your goals for the future as far as work goes? Same kind of thing. I don't know. I just don't know what I want to do. And a weird question, where can you get a cheap and good camera in Australia and New Zealand? Where did I get mine from? I got mine from like, not Harvey Norman. It's like all those electrical stores, Harvey Norman and all that. They've got a good selection of just kind of like not as intense DSLRs, but like, because I use a DSLR, but you can get kind of cheap DSLRs and I think they do great, you know. They take great photos, especially if you're just taking photos of your kids or you're just doing some vlogging. I think they're perfect. So I would go for maybe like a Canon, well, I've got a Canon 650D and that's not a super flash camera and it seems to work really well for me. And it's like, it usually comes with 2 lenses as well, so that's my recommendation anyway. Have you ever been to Australia? If not, do you want to one day? Yes, I've been to Australia loads. I've been so many times. The first time I went was when I was like 14. I've been to Sydney, Canberra, the Gold Coast, Brisbane, Emerald, Melbourne. Yeah, so I've been to 6 different places in Australia. Loads of times. Like, Australia is just like our go-to holiday place. So but we have been to Fiji. Well, I've been to Fiji. Oh no, Martin's been to Fiji as well, and we've been to Rarotonga. But yeah, I've definitely been to Australia loads, and we are actually going to Australia June 2015, so next year, because I'm filming a wedding over there. So I'm going to be in the Gold Coast June 2015. Will there be baby number 3? Separate vlog. Do you have a job outside of the home? I do wedding videography. And I just started my business of doing headbands and cute girly stuff, but I wouldn't say that's really like a job, but my job is doing videography, like birth announcements, weddings. Wedding season is coming up, so I'm going to start getting pretty busy. How old are you? I'm 27. When I started vlogging I was like 22 or something. That just seems crazy. How did you toilet train Roman? Any tips? Tips, don't start too early. If your kid's just not into it, they're not into it. We tried to start potty training Roman at 18 months old. He was not into it at all. And what I basically would recommend is just wait till summer, when they can run around with their pants and undies off and it doesn't matter, or if they keep wetting themselves, it doesn't matter, you know, the washing pile's not going to get huge. Just let them run around, constantly remind them, do you need to go toilet, or ask them, you know, do you need to go toilet, do you need to go potty. Reward system. So with Roman, he just kind of potty trained himself actually. It was just after he turned 2, we'd just moved in this house, and one day he was like, I need to go potty, grandma, and he went in the potty and he was potty trained day and night within a week. Like, what? So my tips would be definitely reward, keep reminding them or ask them if they need to go toilet. Don't get upset and angry when they have accidents. That's going to scare them. Just be like, that's okay, next time we will we'll try to get to the potty sooner. Yeah, but I might do a separate vlog on that because I do have a few tips on potty training. Roman made it pretty easy for us though, to be honest. If Rose was a boy, what would the name be? We were going to call her Lincoln or Luca, as if she was going to be a boy. Did you ever decide if you want another precious baby? That's in another vlog. Kind of personal. But do your martyr use protection just in case? No, never. No, we don't use protection at all. So we basically see it as, if I'm going to get pregnant, then wow, you know, what a miracle, and it's obviously meant to be. Yeah, we just don't see the point in using protection. No, because we just think if Mila Rose is 6 months old and I happen to get pregnant, then great, that's awesome. So no protection whatsoever, and I'm not too keen on taking like the pill or any sort of hormonal thing because my hormones are stuffed as it already is. Have you ever been to America? No, you know, America scares me a little bit. No offense to anyone who lives in America, but it's just like, it's so huge, and it's just like, it just seems like there's lots of scary laws and scary things that go on in America. I'm from little old New Zealand, you know, like, I mean, we have the odd murders and the odd stabbing here and there, but it's like, it makes the news because, you know, there's that many stabbings and that in America that probably not all of them make the news, but in New Zealand it's like, we're small enough that if someone gets stabbed, it's like, whoa, someone got stabbed, you know. But one day it would be nice to visit America. I would love to see some of the things that I hear about, like the Grand Canyon and Las Vegas, you know. You see it in movies and it's like, will I ever get there? I don't know. The plane tickets to get to America are incredibly expensive. What does your husband do for a living? Well, he used to be a dairy farmer, but now, I mean, he still milks in the weekends, but now he like teaches kids who have, like, the school system's kind of failed them. So like teenagers who are maybe slightly more like delinquents, you know, they cause a bit of terror in school and they're just not, you know, school's not really the place for them. So Martin is like, he teaches them about farming, but he's also like kind of like pastoral care, where he's kind of like a counselor and someone for them to turn to at the same time. Like, he just wants to help them out, gives them advice, as well as trying to get them a job in the dairy industry. What, if anything, did you do different for FET compared to fresh transfer? FET, I did acupuncture. That's the only difference between Mila Rose. Mila Rose, I drank palm juice and ate some sort of nut. Roman, I ate pineapple core for like one day and then gave up and was like, there's no way in hell I'm eating more of this because it kept getting stuck in my teeth and it was awful. But I did do acupuncture with him and he was an FET. Mila Rose was my very first fresh embryo transfer, which was really exciting, really cool, but I didn't do embryo, pre and post embryo transfer acupuncture with her. Is there a #1 tip for successful IVF? Really hard. Like I said before, healthy lifestyle. Do whatever you think you got to do to make it so that you're not going to blame yourself if it doesn't work. I honestly think IVF is the luck of the draw. Healthy weight, healthy living, exercise. You know, like, terribly obese people can have successful IVF, and you know, normal weight people may have it fail over and over and over. I think there's more to it than just that. So it's hard to say, but if I have an overall tip for IVF is enjoy the ride and just go with the flow. You just have to. There is so much going on in an IVF cycle and so much worry and so many appointments, and like, it's just a reality, you may not get pregnant. And I know it's a really hard thing to fathom, but you know, like, it's hard to explain. That might have to be a separate vlog. Have you guys considered adoption as means to add to your precious family? Before we got pregnant with Roman, we did consider like fostering, and I even looked at adoption, but now that we have 2 children, no, I don't think we will look into adoption. I don't know about elsewhere, and I'm not 100% sure on New Zealand, but I don't think it's like hugely common. Like, I think it's more like you do fostering and then you become a forever family, or there's a lot of open adoptions, and I just don't think I could handle having someone else's child but having the parents still in their life, because I know of a particular family where they have a daughter and she is now their forever family, but the mum is still in the daughter's life, and the mum spins webs of lies into her daughter, like, they don't love you, they're not your blood relatives, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, I couldn't handle that, so I don't think we will do adoption. How did you keep strong in your faith after losing Pancake? We miscarried in February after our first cycle, and I've struggled with my faith a lot since then. How do I get it back? Oh, well, first, I'm really sorry about your loss. You know, I know all too well the pain of loss, and you know what? My faith, the lowest point of my faith was when I was doing clomid with trying to conceive Roman, which is funny because it's the very first treatment I did, and that was years ago, and that's when my faith was at my lowest. I was like, why God, why would you do this to me? And then everything after that, my faith just grew stronger instead of worse. And then after I had the miscarriage with Pancake, you know, it really hurt. I cried a lot, and I just thought, why me? But I also kept my faith really strong because I just knew that there was a reason for this. There must be a reason. There's got to be a reason for this happening. Just like whether IVF fails or succeeds, there has got to be a reason. I'm one of those people who wholeheartedly believes that there's got to be more than just we were a bunch of like wiggly amoebas who had the right water and air and fire and all that conditions, and we just evolved into these human beings. I mean, I don't want this to be an argument on evolution or anything like that. I'm Christian and that's how it is. There's got to be more. There's got to be more, and I just believe that there's someone out there looking out for us, and that that person, God, has a plan for us. And you know what? After I lost Pancake, I just knew that there was something bigger. And you know, now I completely am like, well, I wouldn't have Mila Rose if I didn't lose Pancake. So, you know, I just think you've just got to believe. You've just got to believe that there is a reason. Otherwise, you'll just make yourself go crazy, wondering and thinking, why me? And also, I think about all the other things that are going on in my life. You've just got to remember that your infertility journey is one part of your entire life, you know. Infertility wasn't when you were a baby, you know, it probably wasn't quite when you were a teenager, and you know, late teenager, whenever you decided to start trying for children. And you know, once you've passed the baby age, like, you know, once you're going through menopause and stuff, you're in another stage of life again, you know. Infertility is just one stage of your life, so you've just got to think, what has God done for me in other parts of my life? Have we got great jobs? Has he always provided for us financially? Martin and I, the number of times we've been in financial hardship and God has just pulled through for us has just been incredible. So think about the other things in your life that have been amazing, and just think, you know what, he may still have something amazing in store for us fertility wise. How did you cope with the 2-week wait? Busy, 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 busy. Keep busy, keep busy. And don't Dr. Google, because I did that and it drives you nuts. Do a house tour? Yep, I've done a house tour. I will put the link here for you. Had you always wanted kids, and how long had it been in between, and how long had it been between wanting them and having your wee ones? I remember my nephew MJ being born, and at that point I think I was like 17 or something, and I didn't feel the want or need for a baby at that point. So I think it was when Martin and I got married, when we were 19, that's when I was like, I want to start a family. So, and from wanting to start a family and having Roman was 2.5 years, I think. Stacey asked, what's for dinner? Well, considering you took the bacon out for wedges the works, yum, who else loves wedges the works, you know, covered in cheese and crispy bacon and sour cream. That's what's for dinner tonight at our house, Stacey. Alright, so that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this and I've answered some questions. If you had any other questions because you watch me on YouTube and not on Facebook, and you had some questions, leave them in the comments box below and I will include them in another Q&A vlog. But keep an eye out for my like infertility, trying to conceive, is there going to be a baby number 3 vlog, because that will be coming up. I intended on doing it when Meadowrose turned 6 months old. She is now 6 months old, so I will get to that. And tell you what, it's going to be one where you're going to need a cup of tea and a sit down and a couple of biscuits, because it's a long story. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye.